Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cher. So today I have a product review that I can't wait to share with you guys. I got a frother from this company called Maestri House. They asked me if I would be interested in trying out one of theirs and I jumped at the opportunity. You may know that I am a proud owner of a frother of my own. I purchased one without doing any prior research. Actually, I just went to Walmart and grabbed one off the shelf, and I've become a real fan of making my own, specialty drinks here at home. And I also like to top up my oatmeal every morning with it as well. And when I saw all the cool features that this frother in particular has, I couldn't wait to give it a try. I think you guys are going to be really interested in this one as well. So before I show you everything that comes inside the box once you get it open, I do want to draw your attention to some of the product features of this frother. First off, you've got 3 different options for foam density, 4 different options for temperature. It is dishwasher safe on the top shelf, and it holds up to 600 milliliters of milk in the milk jug container here, which is an amazing feature. Most frothers don't even hold half that much. You're also going to get this little instruction manual, which is very detailed. I found this was a really good, well laid out little manual here. It tells you everything that you need to know. You've got a little quick guide, setup guide here. It also tells you what each of the little whisks are for and what you want to use them for, which drinks and all that kind of stuff. Kind of gets you quickly started. Make sure you wash all your components before you get going. It also includes here this little foam cleaning brush that's going to help you keep the little milk jug nice and clean. And this is our frother right here. Isn't it? I think it's a really nice looking little frother, and I think you would definitely be able to find something that would suit your kitchen. It comes in 4 different colors, white, black, yellow, and green. If you go onto their website, you'll be able to see all the different color features that they have. So let's get started here. I'm going to show you how to make a couple of drinks today, and then I'm going to go over a little closer all of the preset buttons here that they have, and you'll get to see what this little machine can do. So here's the actual little whisk set here. I'm going to just take it apart so you can see all the different pieces. So you've got your little whisk disc here, which you can put in there if you're just wanting to heat up some milk. Here you've got your little whisk spring, which just fits right over top of here like that. And it does tell you which side is up right here, so there's no confusion there. And then you just put this little whisk cover, looks like a little basket, over top. And like I said, this whole piece here, if you got it all together like this, would be like your hot chocolate disc making apparatus. You would put this whole thing in here like so. And when you put this on the base, it actually becomes magnetized. So when you go to put this in here, it kind of just snaps right into place. You can feel some resistance there for sure. And that holds everything together. Now, when you come down here to our little control panel, I'm going to go over some of the features here as well. So the first thing I want to show you is the temperature. Right now it's on the cold setting, but you've got your option for 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 140, and 160. Then over here on this button, you've got your choices of different amounts of foam. So you've got light, medium, and dense foam, which I think is amazing because you've just got so many options here. I love this. I've been using this machine now for a few days, and I've been making and having so much fun making drinks, and my morning breakfasts have been really definitely kicked up a notch. So let's go ahead and make a couple of drinks. I think I'm going to start with a London Fog, and I'm going to show you how I make those. I'm going to be using skim milk today, which is what I use all the time for frothing, and I love it. It works really well, you guys. I like skim just because I'm trying to keep my calorie and fat content down, but feel free to use whatever kind of milk you'd like. And for today, I'm going to actually take this little basket off because I find that this actually prevents a little bit of the foam density from really, going to its maximum capacity. So I'm going to put this little whisk right in here, and you'll notice that there are some lines on the inside of the milk jug. We've got our minimum line, which is the minimum level for milk heating, which is 100 mils, and then your maximum. The middle line there is for maximum level of milk frothing, which is 300 milliliters. And then the maximum line for milk heating, you got your 600 mils, that top line right there. You don't want to fill it any fuller than that. And of course, you don't want to be any less than the minimum line. So for today's London Fog, I'm going to fill this up to just a little over the minimum. Works really well for this drink. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the little lid on here. We're gonna come down to our little control panel here. I'm gonna turn it on. Now I like my hot drinks really hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it to the hottest setting, which is 160. And I'm going to show you how foamy we can get this skim milk, but I'm gonna have it on the highest setting for the foam, and I'm just gonna go ahead and push start. And this is gonna take around, now it depends on how cold your milk is and what density of foam you've chosen. It's going to take anywhere from 2 to maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and you'll notice this is a little bit noisy, but that's because this thing is whisking away pretty quick. If you've got it on a denser or a lesser foam, it doesn't go quite as fast, and it isn't quite as noisy, although it's really not that bad. So yeah, I'm going to let this do its thing, and when it's all done, I'm going to show you the amazing foam we're going to have here to put in our London fog. So my frother just finished here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the little lid off here, and I wanna show you guys how, look at this. Look at this foam. Now, is that thick or what? Like, it doesn't even hardly come off the spoon. And this is skim milk, you guys. Isn't that incredible? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually just gonna take the little whisk right out of here, and it's so easy to do that by just grabbing onto it. And I'll give that a little rinse here in just a minute. We're going to take the lid off my steeped tea. And what I do sometimes is I'll just leave the tea bag right in there. It doesn't bother me to have it in there while I'm drinking it. It's not a big deal. But I will just take this off. Take the tea bag out of there. And what I like to do, you could use whatever you'd like for sweetening. You could put honey, you could put white sugar, brown sugar, but I've been really enjoying these little skinny syrups. And so I'm just using a little bit of this vanilla sweetener and flavoring that I get from, actually I picked this up at Winners. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon or so in there. That's gonna give it some really good flavor and make it a little bit sweet. Of course, you can put as much or as little of that as you want in there. And then we're gonna just pour our froth milk in here. So in the bottom we've got milk that isn't froth, but it's nice and warm. You can see the steam coming off of this. Like, this is what I love about this, is because my other frother, it only had one setting for heating, and it was just like basically lukewarm. And so when I would pour this into my tea, it would cool my drink down so much, and I wasn't a real fan of that. I had to put it in the microwave. And this though, like, is just amazing. Like, look at all this foam that you get on here. That is unbelievable. So to finish this drink, all you have to do is just maybe put like a little bit of nutmeg if you want, or cinnamon on top. I usually like to top it with a little bit of cinnamon. Just like so. And there you go. There's a Share London Fog. I don't know if this is like what you get in like a coffee shop or not, but this is my version anyway, and it is so delicious. I love it. You can make this a little stronger too if you put 2 tea bags in here, and you could change up the flavor. If you wanted to use chai tea, you could use other teas other than Earl Grey, and you can just kind of experiment with different teas, and that would be really yummy as well. So there's our hot drink. Now I'm going to show you how I make an iced cappuccino or iced latte or whatever you'd want to call it, or an iced coffee. Again, my version of one of those, and so that's what we're going to do next. So when you're making an iced coffee, obviously you need some coffee. So what we're going to do first of all is just brew a little bit of espresso here in my coffee machine. I'm going to just do like an espresso shot. I've already got it loaded into the basket here, my coffee. And so I'm gonna go ahead and brew that right over top of the ice. And when I come back, we'll be ready to get some milk going here. So this time we definitely want to make sure that our milk is cold. So I'm going to hit the little temperature setting here until I get to this little symbol right here, which is going to make sure that there's no heating going on. And this time I don't want really, really dense foam. I kind of want to go probably to, I'm thinking this one here, kind of light. I just want a little bit of light foam on top. And I've also didn't put the basket on top of this as well this time. So I'm going to go ahead and put my milk in here. Again, probably just a little over the minimum line. It's probably all we're gonna need. Put the lid on. Here we go. It's a lot quieter this time because it's not going as fast. Big difference, isn't there? And this isn't going to take as long either because we're not heating the milk. So this is only going to take a couple minutes, if that. So when I come back, we're going to go ahead and put our milk into our iced coffee. So it just finished beeping. I think we are ready. Let's see what we've got this time. So even though I selected the low foam setting, you can see we've still got a decent amount of foam here, you guys. So let's go ahead and pour this. Actually, before I do that, let's put some flavoring in here. I'm going to use some salted caramel flavoring this time, sweetener as well. I have a variety of these things. I love them. I've become kind of addicted. But it sure is nice to be able to make these kinds of things at home for a fraction of the price that you would pay if you were going to like Starbucks or anywhere like that. This is definitely the way to go. All right, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir. And let's pour in our milk. Now you can imagine if you use something a little more creamier than skim milk, this would be a lot more white, right? You'd see definitely more creaminess, but now we've got just this little bit of foam here to put on top, which is perfect. Just gonna get all that yumminess in there. There we go. Give that another stir. This is such a great little treat and drink for a warm day. The summer coming, I can see myself making a lot of these, I'm sure. So as far as cleanup goes, it is super simple, you guys. You can put this in the dishwasher like I was mentioning before on the top rack, but I usually just use hot soapy water and a dishcloth and just wipe this out. Make sure you dry it before you put it all away. You don't have to be careful. There's no element on the bottom of this or anything, so you can put this right into your, into your sink and not have to worry. My other frother, I had to be super careful because I obviously couldn't get the bottom wet. And you'll notice how much narrower the opening is, and like obviously couldn't get as much milk in this one either. And cleanup was just a little bit more of a pain. And when I was trying to get the froth milk out of here with my spatula, this little rod here that this thing fits onto would always get in the way as well. So there's definitely some things that I love about this over my other frother for sure. One of them is the fact that I can choose up to 3 different temperatures, actually 4 because you have a cold setting as well, but also 3 different levels of froth milk. This one only had 2. So there's a lot of things that I love about this frother over my old one. Like I said, if I'd have done a little more research, I would have gone with this in the first place. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these awesome little frothers for yourselves, I will make sure I put all the information in the description box. There will be a coupon code available for you to use as well, so make sure you use that to get a few dollars off. And I hope you've enjoyed this video today. And if you want a frother, go and get one. They really are a game changer for sure. So until next time, I'll catch you again on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.